Hello and welcome back to my channel, where today I'm doing another ranked video in honor of the cataclysmic event that is Jurassic World Dominion. I will be ranking all 6 films in this turbulent franchise, so let's get this over with because, to be honest, I want to put a lot of these sequels out of my memory as fast as possible. But make sure to let me know your own rankings down below in the comments. If you want to see me really tear into this movie, check out my review for the film. Not only is it a terribly crafted film, but I actually think it is the antithesis to what filmmaking should be. It is a callous, heartless, hollow film. I would do anything to remove the memory of this movie from my mind. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is not a good movie. The script is really bad. But I think what saves the film a little bit more than Dominion is J.A. Bayona's direction. He has movement in his frame. It looks so much better. It's colored so much better. And I just think that he at least brings something, and he props this movie up as far as he can with some okay direction. Some of the sequences detached from any theme or character arc or any narrative to speak of do look okay, and they're also, I think, effectively scary. He wanted to bring some horror roots back into this film, and I think he does succeed. And I think where this movie definitely suffers from no clear 3-act story structure, and again, a lot of script issues, if I turn it on, I don't feel as offended with this movie as I felt with Dominion. Fallen Kingdom, I'm only speaking of in more positive terms, and is only not at the bottom of this list because Dominion is that terrible. The Lost World Jurassic Park might actually be my least favorite Steven Spielberg movie because I think it shows a clear fundamental misunderstanding of not only what made the first one work, but what makes Spielberg's movies work. And I think a lot of that comes out of draining the personality from both the franchise and Jeff Goldblum. He is asked to play the straight man in the absence of Sam Neill, and it was such a crucial mistake. The movie just isn't fun, and I don't think the couple of sequences that do work, like when they're dangling in the truck and the glass is starting to break, or the raptors in the tall grass, like those don't do it enough to make up for just such a bland movie. I mean, you have Julianne Moore in this movie who plays such a dumb character, first off, but like she is such a electrifying addition to any movie she's in, and how do you make her boring? I also think a lot of the pitfalls of later Jurassic Park and World movies stem from this one, the overfixation on these seedy underbelly corporations. Like, that's not what made Jurassic Park work. What made Jurassic Park work is the wonder, and the fact that this movie isn't enchanted by it. Just there's a loss of magic in this movie that is so felt by the creators and the actors. When this movie came out, I loved Jurassic World. It was a lot of fun, and I think partly because it was a new Jurassic Park movie that I was of age to see in theaters, and it was a phenomenon when it came out. And I think I got swept up in that because it is designed to be a fun movie, and I think that's what it has over Lost World. I think, again, Lost World is probably maybe a little bit better crafted of a movie than World, but World is just fun, and I enjoy that. But what really hit me this time is just how shallow the whole thing is. Where the original walks the fine line of being a big blockbuster movie from a big Hollywood studio, but calling it out and calling out the capitalism and a lot of the greed and the hubris of all these characters of Hammond. You know, I think James Cameron also did the same thing with Avatar. He's able to get away with it, where Jurassic World doesn't. When you have so many lines like Verizon Wireless presents the Indominus Rex, or like the fact that they're running into the Samsung Information Center. The movie is the villain it thinks it's attacking. That would be more excused if the characters were good, or if they brought anything original to the movie. The only thing they do bring that's fun to see is just the park alive and active. The threat of the park being open is there, but it's not really actualized. Like, think about it. This movie technically should be like Apocalypse Now meets Titanic. It should be this threat, this war that's going on, but all these people are in the middle of it. But you don't get that same claustrophobia that you get in Titanic, and I think that also comes down to Trevorrow just not being that capable of a director. I'm as surprised as you are that this movie is at number 2. It's the runner-up. But I think what this movie has going for it is it's by far the shortest movie. The credits roll on Jurassic Park 3 at 1 hour and 24 minutes. And I at least respect that Jurassic Park 3 doesn't waste your time. And I also think there are some touching moments. I like the dynamic between William H. Macy and Téa Leoni as these divorced parents who come together to try and save their son. There's a really nice scene with the two of them talking about like their different attitudes towards life. I thought that was a really nice scene. I also really like the scene with Sam Neill when he talks about the difference between an astronomer and an astronaut. And it also delivers on some good Jurassic Park action. The scene in the aviary was really cool. I will never not love the phone call scene when they turn around and they see the dinosaur with the just staring at them. It's such a fun scene.
I loaned it to Nash. He must have had it when he...
I really do think I feel the threat here because I really do care about this family, and it's great to just see Sam Neill back, but at least Joe Johnston, who directed here, who also directed Captain America the First Avenger, another underrated Marvel film, at least he understands how to execute dinosaur action and how to make you care a little about the characters. And given all the other sequels, I will take Jurassic Park 3 gladly. Was there ever any doubt? It's Jurassic Park. It's a classic. It is a masterclass in getting it right. It is one of the best examples of setup and payoff in movie history. It is so effective and so cathartic to watch this movie because Spielberg just satisfyingly sets up such a inventive puzzle and then fills in the pieces in such truly distinctly Spielbergian ways. And you're just enchanted every time. Every time I watch this movie, and I think the case is with many people, you still feel the magic of when you watched it for the first time. It was a pioneer for visual effects that still look good 29 years later. All the characters have such a great dynamic and rapport with each other. The actors are fun while also taking the stakes seriously. It really finds a great balance between comedy and drama. It's a touching story about accepting the powers of the universe while also being a really nice kind of family story too. And while I wouldn't classify it as a horror movie, the scene with the raptors in the kitchen is one of the greatest horror scenes of all time. So those are the 6 Jurassic movies ranked. Let me know your own ranking down below, and does anybody dare not put Jurassic Park at number 1? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to not miss any new videos from Spoilers Ahead with Anthony Post. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you at the movies.